and welcome back to the Crypto Saving Expert Morning News Show, where we run through the latest cryptocurrency news to see what's been happening within the markets. So we're going to look at the top stories over the weekend and see what's taken place. First of all, let's take a look at the prices. So Bitcoin is at just under $17,000 and Ethereum is at around $1,255. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart to see what's been happening. Now, it's been more volatile than we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Bitcoin has been quite stagnant, but now we've seen a bit of volatility within the markets. We're looking at the 1 hour time frame on this chart, and you can see that the MACD looks like it is just about to it has in fact just ticked bullish as we started this live stream. So we've seen here that we're looking, the MACD is indicating that we're having bullish momentum, so that's positive for the Bitcoin price, and the RSI is showing that it is slightly oversold at 41 on the RSI chart, so that's looking pretty positive for the Bitcoin price. Now, to stay up to date with all of the prices and the news, make sure to like and subscribe and keep up to date with these lives. We do these every single day at 11 a.m. and sometimes that martini guy will be joining us on these lives as well, so make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss these live streams. They're very important to stay up to date with the news so you know what is going on with all your cryptocurrency. First of all, let's take a look at this news article about Grayscale's trust. So there's more worries because the discount has widened to 47%. The market discount on GBTC, the popular and largest Bitcoin fund by Grayscale Investments, has slumped further to a record low of 47.84%, according to data from CoinGlass. The holdings per share are currently at $15.72, while the market price is around $8.2. So this is a fund that holds Bitcoin, and instead of buying physical Bitcoin that you have to secure yourself, people within the traditional markets that don't want to take on that responsibility can buy Grayscale stock instead, and they hold the Bitcoin for you. But there's a huge discrepancy in the price of actually just buying the Bitcoin and buying the shares that are backed up by this certain amount of Bitcoin. As you can see here, there's a 47% difference right now, and that is because they have failed to be transparent over the last couple of weeks. So let's take a look at further into this article. On November the 11th, we reported that GBTC's discount had widened to 40% compared with the current price. And this means that Grayscale's Bitcoin trust fell by an additional 7% within the last 30 days. Given the financial state of Digital Currency Group, the parent company behind Grayscale Investments, many people have begun casting doubts on whether GBTC's reserve is fully intact. The concerns also stemmed from the company's refusal to reveal addresses containing the underlying assets that back its crypto products, including the Bitcoin fund. And you can see here we've got a tweet. Grayscale is in some real trouble if they have to reveal where all the Bitcoins are that back the GBTC. How much you'll want to make a bet they've been loaning the Bitcoins backing GBTC, and struggling to say that. Can anyone propose a legitimate reason that they won't show the address on the blockchain? So cryptocurrency is meant to be transparent. We can prove that we own funds because we can share our wallet address, and anybody can take a look at the data on the blockchain and prove that those funds are within that wallet address. So why aren't Grayscale sharing them? They've refused to disclose the addresses to its reserves for reasons that include security. However, it's also said that the assets are stored with Coinbase custody and cannot loan or pledge any of them. So this is ongoing at the moment. It's a battle. People want to see transparency, and that's why we're in the cryptocurrency market space. And they need to provide that because that is a huge difference between the backing and the actual price of the Bitcoin. But let's move on to the next article now. I've just been reading through these. Crypto.com shares proof of reserves and opens verification of user balances. Now, since FTX, a lot of crypto exchanges have been under great pressure to be more transparent, and Crypto.com was in the limelight for quite a long time after this. A lot of people were just moving their cryptocurrency off centralized exchanges just to be certain, but people at different exchanges are trying to come forward and show that they are trustworthy. Later in today's video we talk about BuyBit, but now let's take a look at Crypto. Crypto.com. They have released its audit proof of reserves that show that its digital assets holding are fully backed at a 1-to-1 ratio on the platform. And it says further in this article that you can actually verify your own balance in your account. So the team stated that current platform users can now cryptographically verify their funds. The process involves logging into individual accounts on Crypto.com, finding a copy of each user's Merkle leaf and pasting it on the auditor's page. So that makes people feel a lot more confident with their funds in these exchanges. And although centralized exchanges do bring some risks, it is much easier for certain users. The interfaces are much easier to use, and a lot of people just like to have that simplicity and want to be able to sell their cryptocurrencies at the click of a finger. And I know people that are professionals in the space are able to transfer their money quickly, but if we just have them on centralized exchanges, many people just prefer this, but they are taking a risk when they're doing this. Now, let's take a look at this. There was anxiety that Crypto.com was insolvent. Crypto.com providing its proof of reserves comes less than a month after the collapse of FTX, and a growing fear amongst the crypto community that the platform was the next one to declare insolvency. As a result, there was a rush to withdraw funds on the exchange, despite Crypto.com's CEO reassuring the industry that the exchange had a strong balance sheet. Now, I was actually one of those people. I did withdraw all of my money off Crypto.com, and that's not just to say I believe they were going to insolvent. I just would not trust any centralized exchanges right now, and I wanted to move my funds away. But we can see here that they clearly do have the funds, and they've been more transparent about this. You can see all the percentages down here. But let's move on to the next article. Before we do, don't forget to drop some questions in the live chat as well, because I will be going over those at the end of the video, and I think I asked a little bit late towards the last week's video, so by the time I asked some questions, we will wrap it up really. So if you want to ask any questions, make sure to drop those in the live chat. Let's take a look at this next article though. Kevin O'Leary says he lost his $15 million FTX crypto payday and calls it bad investment. The American investor who was on Shark Tank, which is like the American version of Dragon's Den, Kevin O'Leary has revealed that he lost the $15 million bankrupt crypto exchange FTX paid him as a spokesperson before the firm collapsed. So during an interview with CNBC's Squawk Box, O'Leary disclosed that he lost the money he received to act as FTX's spokesperson alongside his investment in the firm. And O'Leary had signed a long-term investment and spokesperson relationship in August 2021. Through the partnership, O'Leary became the firm's ambassador and a shareholder in both FTX Trading and West Room Shares Services. He asked that rewards for his service be paid in crypto to be kept and managed by FTX. So we reported in August that O'Leary added more assets to his portfolio while investors recorded losses amid a decline in the price of cryptocurrencies. Unfortunately, his assets went down the drain as FTX and its affiliated entities filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection early last year. O'Leary disclosed that the $15 million he earned from the deal and his investments disappeared as FTX began its restructuring process. So this is something that we all need to take acknowledgement of and understand, that we need to diversify in how we are holding our cryptocurrency. We don't want to hold just one cryptocurrency because that is a risk. We need to diversify amongst different cryptocurrencies. We also need to be careful where we are storing them. We don't want to hold it all on one centralized exchange because that is just a huge risk that we shouldn't be taking. Decentralized wallets are the best way, but if we do want to hold them on centralized exchange, just be careful and don't put your whole life savings on one account. Moving on now to the next article, we have the Block CEO resigns for secretly borrowing $27 million from SBF's Alameda. So let's take a very deep look into this article. It's very interesting. The chief executive or officer of crypto publication The Block has stepped down from the company after failing to disclose information about a series of loans he received from Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research in 2021. So according to a report from The Block, he was the only employee who knew about the funding and kept quiet about the deal until Alameda, alongside FTX and other affiliated entities, filed for bankruptcy. The Block's chief revenue officer, who has transitioned into the CEO position, said the news came as a shock and disappointment to the firm's leadership team. He explained that McCarthy had told him about his plans to restructure the Block. He failed to disclose information on how he obtained financing from Sam Bankman-Fried's firm. The loans were used to restructure and provide working capital for the Block. The now former CEO took a total of 3 loans from the trading firm. The first was $12 million used in 2021 to buy out other investors in the block. However, while announcing the management buyout, McCarthy did not disclose the source of the financing. He only mentioned that the firm had transitioned a 100% employee-owned company. In January, McCarthy took another loan worth $15 million, which was used to help fund the day-to-day operations at the publication. Earlier this year, he received another $16 million, which he used to purchase private real estate in the Bahamas. So, as these actions came to light, the company's leadership team asked him to resign and cease all operational responsibilities. And this is huge news. That is a huge amount of loans to take out on behalf of the company. And that is a huge risk, and now Block will be in trouble. We would like to highlight at this point that Crypto Saving Expert is fully funded by that Martini guy, and we are a very secure company that will continue to provide information for you completely for free. So make sure to like and subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the recent news. And also go to our website, cryptosavingexpert.com, and put in your email address, and then you will receive our weekly newsletter, which comes out at this exact time tomorrow. So make sure you are signed up in preparation for that. Let's move on to the next article now. Excuse me. Sam Bankman-Fried allegedly tried to destabilize the crypto markets using Tether to save FTX from eventually filing for bankruptcy. Now that is huge news. Last minute efforts by Sam Bankman-Fried to save the FTX company exchange for its eventual collapse on November the 11th has come to light. According to Wall Street Journal, SBF tried destabilizing the crypto markets to save FTX. Now, that is huge news. The plan was apparently to cause a crypto market crash and reduce FTX's liabilities. The Wall Street Journal reported that Binance CEO CZ told SBF to stop trying to depeg the USDT stablecoin, and both CEOs were allegedly holding a conversation in a Signal chat group called Exchange Coordination. Other chat members included Tron's Justin Sun and Bitfinex's and Tether's CTO, according to people familiar with the matter. So CZ, who's the CEO of Binance, has reportedly told SBF to stop trying to depeg stablecoins and stop doing anything. Stop now, don't cause more damage. Now, that is a huge accusation to make. The Binance CEO added, "My honest advice, stop doing everything, put on a suit and go back to DC, start to answer questions." And Sam Bankman-Fried replied, "Thanks for the advice. Did you attempt to accuse me of trying to depeg a stablecoin by doing a $250,000 trade?" Now, obviously, that would not be enough to even affect the price of the stablecoin. But taking a look, the report on the Wall Street Journal added that the conversation between CZ and SBF was interrupted by Tether's Mr. Ardor, I don't know how to pronounce that word, who said, "Just to be clear, we'll redeem whatever amount of money comes to us. We're solid." So USDT, after reports last week that they were in a bit of trouble, are still saying that they are strong and will be stable. But after this report that SBF tried to attack the stablecoin, it's not looking good for SBF at all. And more accusations are coming his way, and I expect more to come in the next couple of weeks. Moving on to the BuyBit article, this is another centralized exchange that are proving that they have reserves, and this is really important. We need this transparency within the cryptocurrency space at the moment. They've released the proof of reserve showing above 100% for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins. So they have released its audited proof of returns, just like Cryptocom have, that we covered in the show a little bit earlier. And the company have claimed they have a 1-to-1 reserve of all digital currencies in its custody. According to the official announcement, the exchange has integrated a Merkle trait that allows users to corroborate their company's claim of having a 1-to-1 backed reserves. Going further down here, last month BuyBit launched a $100 million institutional support fund after the FTX collapse. The funds, released on November 25th, will be dedicated to helping plague market makers and HFT institutions during this challenging period in the cryptocurrency industry. So BuyBit have positioned themselves as a strong centralized exchange in this point in time and are looking to help the cryptocurrency industry further. So in my opinion, they are an exchange that will be staying around. Moving on to Apple users are going to pay an extra $3 for Twitter Blue subscriptions. Now, this has been plastered all over the news. I'm sure you've probably seen this. People are paying $8 a month to have Twitter Blue, and this will give you a verified tick on Twitter. And this is in Elon's attempt to help get the bots further down your feed if you are on Twitter pretty often. There's a big cryptocurrency space over on Twitter, and a lot of people that are in the crypto space, as soon as they post on Twitter, there's thousands of bot messages that are in their replies, and Elon's trying to combat this. In the last couple of days, especially today, we've seen a huge improvement on this. But there's also Twitter Blue that was rolled out and then got stopped, and now it's looking like it's going to be rolled out again. But Apple users will be charged $11 instead of $8. They plan to relaunch Twitter Blue service on Monday, so today, and the cost of subscribing to the service remains at $8 if made using the web version of Twitter, but purchases made using Apple's App Store will be charged an extra $3 for a total of $11. And they haven't actually given a reason for this. However, Twitter Blue offers blue checkmark, 1080p video uploads, and the ability to edit tweets. So there's a lot of benefits within this. The reason for this $3 increase, it's believed, is because Apple have been accused of implementing a 30% tax on all purchases. The $11 price tag for the Twitter Blue subscription for iOS users comes after Elon Musk criticized Apple for taking a 30% cut on all App Store purchases. So Elon Musk has also accused Apple of threatening to withhold Twitter from its App Store without providing a reason. However, the Tesla CEO later tweeted that he had met with Apple's CEO Tim Cook and cleared the misunderstanding regarding the potential removal of Twitter from the company's App Store. But Mr. Musk's statement about Apple triggered similar revelations in the crypto Twitter community, of the company requiring a 30% commission on all purchases through its App Store. For example, the team at Coinbase Wallet revealed that Apple wanted to claim 30% of all gas fees spent when sending NFTs. This in turn prompted the removal of the NFT send feature on the Apple version of the Coinbase Wallet. Now that is ridiculous to try and take that amount. It's a huge percentage. Moving on though to the final article we have here. Don't forget to add some comments and questions into the live chat, and we'll get to those later on in the video. We've got news again about Kwon. Now, we haven't seen much news about him recently, but there's rumours that he is hiding in Serbia. So this is the co-founder of Luna Terraform, and whom is accused to be responsible of the UST collapse. Now, the South Korean prosecutors have said they received intelligence that the fugitive co-founder of Terraform, Kwon, who has since disappeared from the public eye after Terra's collapse, is currently residing in Serbia. Recently, we obtained intelligence that CEO Kwon was in Serbia, and it was found to be true, they noted on Monday. So this news is the most recent news we have. This was posted today. Korean authorities are asking the Serbian government to cooperate in Terra's investigation, and according to reports, Kwon has at least changed locations twice after the collapse of the Terra ecosystem. Before the incident happened, Kwon moved to Singapore. From there, he reportedly moved to Dubai in October, and then to his current location in Serbia. The prosecutors believe these were all an effort to avoid investigation. Following the collapse of Terraform, which saw over $1 billion wiped from the market, the Southern District Prosecutor made an arrest warrant for Kwon on charges of presenting false information to investors. The International Crime Police Organization, or Interpol, during the investigation issuing a red notice for the Terra CEO in September. We have a video about this on the YouTube channel if you want to see the full story of what happened with Kwon and the UST collapse. And with Kwon's location now confirmed, South Korea authorities are currently in the process of requesting the cooperation of the Serbian government in the case, according to the report. Additionally, the authorities are investigating whether the crypto fugitive has a special helper there in Serbia. So I really would like to see Kwon getting caught and at least make discussions about what's actually happened and have more light shone on this area, because it has really been hit under the rug since the FTX collapse. The Kwon thing has kind of been forgotten about, but this is something that we need to see justice for and see what's really happened. Now, finally, let's take a quick look at the prices again. Bitcoin is at $17,000 almost, and Ethereum is at $1,250. And finally, before we close off this video, I'll just check the live chat, see if there's any questions in here. Hello, Lord Spud, and hello, Hamzak, here again. Jason Smith said, loving the new regular live stream format. Thank you very much. If you have any suggestions or anything you think would improve these live streams, please let us know, and let us know the best time you would like these to be. I know a lot of people would like to watch these videos while they're getting ready for work or something like that in their lunch hour, so let me know the best time for you and we'll go for the majority. Now we can continue updating you about the cryptocurrency news, and make sure to like and subscribe if you are enjoying these live streams as well. And that seems to be all for today. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe and come back tomorrow to hear more cryptocurrency news.